And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ruby Tuesday 300 version 2, race number 9 of the Mobil1 Cup Series Season 3, as we are here for Division 2 of the Mobil1 Cup Series. We got 41 drivers ready to take this racetrack, and let me tell you, folks, the biggest top story we've had so far is the fact that we got a little streak going on here at the Tricky Triangle, and that is that drivers are picking up their first career wins in certain series. It started first with Seth Cole winning his first Truck Series race in Division 1 of the Oreo Truck Series. Then moving over to Division 2 of the Oreo Truck Series, it was Nick Bergen picking up his first career Oreo Truck Series victory. Then here in the Division 1 of the Mobil1 Cup Series, it has continued on with, boy, isn't that great? I just blanked out just at that moment. Oh, Xavier Livingston. Boy, I'm getting old. Anyway, Xavier Livingston picked up his first career Mobil1 Cup Series victory in his first Mobil1 Cup Series start, going back to Seth Cole winning his first Truck Series victory. That was in his first Truck Series start. So, I don't know what it is, but something's going on here. There's some kind of karma in the air or something. But these drivers here, I'll tell you what, if there's a first-timer or a driver who hasn't gotten a win yet in the Mobil1 Cup Series, right now they have got to be pretty excited because they may have a chance of continuing on the streak. But we got 30 laps to find out if that's going to actually happen. Jake Rogers, about 2-3 weeks after making his return to the Mobil1 Cup Series, he's on the pole for this race. He'll start alongside of a newcomer making his debut, Wolfgang Mason, in the number 47. Going to see a lot of that again this race as we did in the last race. A lot of drivers making their debuts here today. Our points leader coming into this race, Arnold Columbia, the guy who actually picked up the win last week in the Mobil1 Cup Series at Talladega. He's going to be rolling off from position number 7. And so we're going to keep our eyes on him. We got a lot of our top contenders in the standings in this field. Jake Rogers is one, Anthony McCurry, also Sean Galligan, Amy Nathan. We'll keep tabs on them as the field is going to roll off the complete 3 pace laps, and we shall show you the starting lineup for today's race. A lot of these drivers certainly watched the Division 1 race, and some drivers had good luck, some other drivers did not in that series, in the first division. Trent Dunham and Stephen Dillon, they ran into problems. Michael Harvey and Sean Henley had good days. Who's going to have it here in Division 2? Green flag is out. Jake Rogers gets us underway. Now, Jake Rogers, for those of you that don't know, Jake Rogers, he's coming in mid-season, driving the number 94, but last season he drove full-time and ended up being a contender in the final race of the season for the Mobil1 Cup Series Championship. But, oh boy, they're getting a little close off this turn. Wolfgang Mason got into the fence, so too did our pole sitter Jake Rogers, and they're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Caution's out. Whoa, Red Bell gets turned around. She's spinning there on the back straightaway. And here comes Pichu London for the lead. Pichu London actually is going to be representing that number. Oh, Dylan Young hits the wall. And there goes our pole sitter, Jake Rogers, around. Oh, just barely missing him was Barney Ward. We got 2 different incidents that have occurred here. But Pichu London, going back to him, he's going to be representing the number 87 in the All-Star race because of Ashton Brabb's win at Infineon. And he's going to lead him down here to the caution flag. Is Pichu London over Joseph Bryan and I think Aaron Williams, making only his second Mobil1 Cup Series start. Oh, Dylan Poteet in the new ride of 38. He may have gotten a piece of that. Don't know for certain. There's the 42 card. Oh, there's Joey Dawson. He's involved. David Burton taking over the 42 ride. He doesn't look like he got involved. Jacob Lawler, however, was. Jake Cole, he may have some rear end damage. Let's wait till he goes by our camera angle. Oh, yeah, there is some damage to the 41. And that's one of our top contenders. He came in 4th in the standings, did Jake Cole. And there's Red Bell in her debut. Oh, she rams into the back of Ken Johnson making his debut. Jake Cole rams into the back of Red Bell. I don't know what it is with these drivers, but oh, there goes David Burton. They always seem to back up there and ram into each other. And now there's heavy front end damage to Jake Cole. And Red Bell is damaged even more than she was before. Damage as well to Cole Daly's number 36. Timmy Pacioli, our defending Mobil1 Cup Series champ, he's involved. Jake Rogers, we know, has damage. There's Barney Ward. He has rear-end damage to his race car. So a host of cars involved in two different incidents here. Let's see what happened to put us under the caution for the first time today. Well, the 41 of Jake Cole slides up the racetrack, and they just try making it 3 wide here, and that's not going to work. Ralph Mason's in that mix there. So is Jacob Remier, Jacob Lawler, and Hiroshi Kato trying to make it 5 wide off this corner. There's just no room for that, and there you see Jacob Lawler spins up off the nose of Ralph Mason. He's up and actually flipping over onto his roof. Oh, Jacob Remier sustained heavy front-end damage there, and then you see Jake Cole. He goes sliding. Let's look further up here, see who else made contact. There's Dylan Poteet, Richard Johnson getting together. They spin. Where's Lawler? There he is. Timmy Pacioli got his damage from that. There's Richard Johnson spinning. Dylan Poteet, I believe, spun. Jake Cole spinning. There's Poteet. There's David Burton. They're spinning. Oh, and then up ahead there you see Joey Dawson, Ken Johnson, and Red Bell getting together. That's after Red Bell got turned. And then something else happens further up. Let's see what that was. Involved our pole sitter, Jake Rogers. Looks like he just hit the wall off that turn. He comes down into Dylan Young. Young comes up, hits the wall. Now Young's fishtails, but he keeps his together, and contact from John Worry spends the number 94 around in front of the pack. Barney Ward, he tries to avoid, but Hiroshi Kato's into the back of him, and then Cole Daly's into the back of Hiroshi Kato. So, tough break for both Hiroshi Kato and Cole Daly, as they have sustained damage after getting just backed up there. Barney Ward has also sustained rear-end damage after Kato got into the back of him. So, our pole sitter did not find any luck here on the first lap at Pocono either. Well, pit stops have been completed. Drivers out of the race as a result of this included Jacob Remier, Cole Daly, Jake Cole. That's going to be a hard hit in the standings for the guy who came in 4th in the Mobil1 Cup Series standings. Also out of the race, making his debut, Ralph Mason. He's out. Hiroshi Kato is out. Also Jacob Lawler and Joey Dawson. Let's take a look at how they're going to line up when they go back to Green Flag Racing. After pit stops, Zach Carlson came out with the lead. He's in his debut in the 82. He leads. Then you got Alan Tanker, who actually comes in after inheriting those points. He comes in 7th in the standings. Then it's Dunn LaPrade in 3rd. 4th is Christian James. 5th, Joseph Bryant. Rest of the top 10, Aaron Williams, Jake Baskinger, Pichu London, Matthew Rodriguez, and Adam Rose. As we are back to Green Flag Racing, Zach Carlson going to lead the way here. Tell you what, Alan Tanker, pretty impressive right now that he's running up in the 2nd position. Remember I mentioned he's taken over for Brendan Allen, who failed to comment. He lost his right after Talladega. Oh, contact back there. I think I saw Aaron Williams and another car get together. I don't know who it was. It may have been Adam Rose. Caution's out, though. Caution's waving once again, as Zach Carlson's going to take the top spot off the 2nd turn. Joseph Bryant side by side now. Whoa! Oh, my goodness. Did you see Dylan Young make that save at the rear of the field there? Man, that car fishtailed, and how he kept it together, I don't know. But it looks like Zach Carlson, in his debut, is going to lead them off of the final corner, and he's going to lead them under the caution flag over Joseph Bryant, Aaron Williams. I think Dunn LaPrade is in 4th, and Alan Tanker is 5th. See who was involved. Oh, Kenny McCurry was in it. Matthew Rodriguez, Callum Wales, he's involved. Richard Johnson and the 99 of Barney Ward. Heavy front-end damage to both of their race cars. Arnold Columbia, our points leader. Wait a minute, though. Ryan Juke's involved as well. Tony Speed is in it, but there's our points leader coming into this race. Arnold Columbia involved in this incident here on lap 7. Jake Rogers may have also gotten a piece of it again. I thought I saw a car down in the grass. I guess not. David Burton, that may have been damage from an earlier incident. Oh, they're backing into each other again. Oh, Anthony McCurry, Ken Johnson, Timmy Pacioli into the back of Dylan Poteet. And they've sustained more damage here. Boy, it's like a wreck, and then these guys can't slow up. They keep wrecking on the caution flag, but let's see what put us under the caution flag anyway for the 2nd time today. Well, here's what happened. They tried going, I don't know if this is considered 4 wide or not. Pretty much, I guess it's considered 3 wide. But there's contact right there between Wolfgang Mason and Tony Speed. And then Kenny McCurry just gets into that right rear of Tony Speed, sends him up the racetrack, and nowhere for points leader Arnold Columbia to go. There was actually a spin further up as well. Don't know who may have been involved in that. We'll check that in a moment. Oh, man, Danny Wells gets a piece of it. We saw Richard Johnson involved, and then there's just smoke. You can't see through there. Callum Wales, he gets into it. David Burton, Smed Oscon, Anthony McCurry, and Ken Johnson were all in, and then Jake Rogers makes more contact with Tony Speed. But let's see who was involved in that further up incident. It may have been Ryan Juke and company. Let's rewind just at least a little bit here. Well, you know, maybe it was Matthew Rodriguez. Let's see here. Yeah, it was. Matthew Rodriguez goes off the nose of Pichu London. Well, Matthew kind of squeezed Pichu London up into the wall, really. So, nothing Pichu could do. He's just caught between a rock and a hard place, no pun intended, but around goes the 60 car of Matthew Rodriguez. Meanwhile, the wreck with Arnold Columbia, Tony Speed, and David Burton company all going on behind this. And here comes the field through Kenny McCurry. Oh, good grief. Kenny McCurry just plows, literally, into that race car of Matthew Rodriguez. And then here comes the rest of the field. Ryan Juke, Timmy Pacioli, they just plow into Kenny McCurry. And Dylan Poteet, he does a pretty good job getting through that, does the 38 car. But we're under the caution flag once again. Let's go back to green. So we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 11 of 30. We've already suffered 2 huge collisions, and the second one took out our points leader, Arnold Columbia. Timmy Pacioli has retired in 27th. Then you got Anthony McCurry out in 28th. Arnold Columbia, he's going to be listed in 29th place. Now here's the thing. With our live scoring monitor here in the points, where Michael Harvey finished in the Division 1 race, where Arnold Columbia is, the two of them would head into next week's race at Atlanta tied for the points lead. Now, it's all going to depend on what exactly occurs here with... actually, no. Stephen Dillon ended up finishing out of the race in Division 1. Jake Cole was out of the race here in Division 2. And Trent Dunham met problems. So it will be a dead, even tie heading into next week's race at Atlanta for the point standings lead between Arnold Columbia and Michael Harvey. That's interesting. Green flag back out for Zach Carlson. I'll finish saying who was involved in in that wreck. Barney Ward is out, David Burton out, Callum Wales, Kenny McCurry, Richard Johnson, Jacob Remier, Cole Daly. They are out of the race after that wreck. As Zach Carlson now is in the middle of a battle here. Well, actually, no, it's not a battle with him. It's actually Carter Keselowski and Dunn LaPrade side by side. First time we've seen Carter Keselowski up inside the top 5. And the caution is waving one more time. Look back through the top 10. Alan Tanker is in 4th. Battle for 5th between Aaron Williams and Joseph Bryant. 7th place is Jake Baskinger. 8th now is Dylan Young. 9th is Adam Rose. And 10th place now is going to go to Sean Galligan. Battle on for the lead. Dunn LaPrade has gotten by. With help from Carter Keselowski, Zach Carlson is going to get freight trained in a way. And Dunn LaPrade looks like he's going to be the new leader here of the Ruby Tuesday 300 version 2. That is indeed the case as he comes down and receives the caution flag just mere inches ahead of the Monster Energy Chevrolet of Carter Keselowski. Who was involved in this one? Now it looks like maybe Danny Wells, Ryan Juke, and Pichu London may have been the cause of that caution coming out. Let's take a look and see what may have happened. I think it could have been the 70 car. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. This was around the 21st position right here, sliding up through the corner. Man, did those cars get loose, Ryan Juke and Pichu London, and right there the contact's made with Danny Wells. Turns him up into the fence, and it's basically a 3-car incident as Jake Rogers somehow, someway, squeaked right by there. You know, in all honesty, he should have been caught up in that wreck, but an amazing job of sliding that car around that wreck there, and Danny Wells facing the wrong way. They had to bring out a caution flag, and so we're under the caution for the 3rd time today for a 3-car incident up in the first turn. So we'll get ready to go back under the green flag. I don't think anybody retired after that incident. No, nobody did. So here's the top 10 going back to green after pit stops. Carter Keselowski leads. Joseph Bryant 2nd. 3rd is Adam Rose. Wolfgang Mason started on the outside of the front row. He's up in 4th still. Matthew Rodriguez 5th. Then it's Aaron Williams, Jake Baskinger, Sean Galligan, Amy Nathan, and Alex Tanker for the first time today is up inside the top 10. Carter Keselowski is about to feel a challenge heading down here into turn 1 already. It's going to be Joseph Bryant to the inside. Joseph Bryant looking for his first Mobil 1 Cup Series victory here in the 89 car, as they are getting awfully close off that turn, but they keep it together. And I'm hoping I'm not going to see the lights on for another caution. And oh boy, I'm so excited. No caution. Yay! Okay, so we are past halfway. Joseph Bryant leads the way. Carter Keselowski there in second. First time we've seen Adam Rose up here inside the top 5 as well. Good run for that Degree Chevrolet. Oh, no, there they go. Oh, boy. I saw Don LaPrade get turned around. I think the other car may have been no, it wasn't Matthew Rodriguez. Someone, though. There's LaPrade. Who was the other car? Yes, it was Matthew Rodriguez. I was correct, and there is no caution for that. I don't know whose nose they both went off of. Looked like Don LaPrade got turned and then collected Matthew Rodriguez down into the infield grass. If the caution comes out, we will look at that and find out just exactly what happened. But Joseph Bryant continues to lead the way. Second is Wolfgang Mason. Look who's moved up to third, the 52 car of Alex Tanker. Good run right now for him, but the caution is now out. Amy Nathan is into fourth, and John Worry is up into fifth place. Whoa, look out, careful. Oh boy, Amy Nathan got awfully close off that corner. Amy Nathan comes in 10th in the standings after some hard luck last week at Talladega, so she's trying to get back on track and doing a very good job of it, is the 55 car. But right now, it is Joseph Bryant out in front, and it looks like he will lead them down to the caution flag here. The caution for the 4th time today. And let's see what the actual caution did come out for. Carter Keselowski just made a pit stop. So too, I think, did Alan Tanker. Jake Baskinger also was just on pit road along with Red Bell. It looks like the car that actually the caution came out for may have been something that occurred between these two rides. Bill Raymond and Ken Johnson making his debut. Let's take a look and see what happened to them. But first, we're going to look and see what happened to Matthew Rodriguez and Don LaPrade. Well, what actually happened was Matthew Rodriguez ran out of fuel or something. That's what had him fall back so far. And right there off this turn, Don LaPrade, you know, Matthew Rodriguez, he's holding up the 49. The 49 couldn't get by him, and right here's the contact, and Matthew Rodriguez slides down. That's driver's side first that hit the wall there. And then Don LaPrade slides down right into the 60 car. That's 2 hard licks into the driver's side right there. Don LaPrade's able to continue on, so was Matthew Rodriguez, but that wasn't what brought out the caution. What brought out the caution, I think, was something that happened with Ken Johnson in the 68 and possibly Bill Raymond in the 83. Well, this was a wreck that started in the entrance of the first corner and ended near the middle of the back straightaway. Right there, contact between Sean Galligan, Jake Baskinger, and Adam Rose, all of which were running inside the top 10 at this point. And see Adam Rose, he can't get the car off the wall. He's still got it punched into the throttle. Dylan Poteet comes in, runs into the Jake Baskinger machine. And then it's just going to be on from here. Zach Carlson comes in. He makes contact. They come down into Bill Raymond. Raymond goes up into Adam Rose. So those 5, they're all clumped together. And then, while they're all slow and everything, here comes Danny Wells. Here comes Alan Tanker in the 75. Oh, watch Tanker's hole just close up. Oh, Jake Rogers, he gets into it. Here comes Red Bell. Here comes Ken Johnson. There's nothing they can do. They can't slow up. They can't get through. Here comes Pichu London. Does he get through? Baskinger? Nope. He gets a piece of it. Tony Speed is involved. Ryan Juke is involved right there as he gets into the back of Tony Speed and Ken Johnson. And that was a pretty big pile up here on this turn. And here comes Don LaPrade, who actually had gotten spun out there. Does he get through this? He's backing off, backing off, backing off. No, he's into the back of Ken Johnson, so he sustained a little bit of damage as well. So a pretty big incident here, including our pole sitter, Jake Rogers, and a few drivers, Jake Baskinger and Adam Rose, who were actually running inside the top 10 at the moment of caution. So we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. We've had 3 huge wrecks here, 5 cautions total, but 3 huge wrecks in those 5 cautions. Our pole sitter, Jake Rogers, has retired from the race in 18th. Matthew Rodriguez is also out in 19th. Ryan Juke, Steven Gonzalez, Red Bell, Jake Baskinger, Alan Tanker, Dylan Poteet, and Danny Wells all retire from the race as well. So that leaves us not many cars left to battle it out. It's Alex Filter, the leader now. Joseph Bryant is second. Carter Keselowski third. Fourth is Alex Tanker. Amy Nathan runs 5th. 6th is Wolfgang Mason. John Worry is 7th. As the green flag is displayed on lap 22, Aaron Williams, he's 8th. 9th is Christian James. Sean Galligan 10th. Dylan Young 11th. Dunlaprad 12th. Zach Carlson 13th. 14th Tony Speed. Adam Rose is 15th. 16th is Pichu London. And 17th is Bill Raymond. 17 cars left on the racetrack to decide this race. And we're nearing the closing stages of this event too. Here comes a 3-wide battle for second. Meanwhile, Carter Keselowski and Alex Filter get together. Come on, get it straightened, Keselowski. Oh, and he does, but that held up Aaron Williams and Wolfgang Mason. Oh my goodness, how? Oh, and the caution's out. Oh, Adam Rose, Bill Raymond, and Christian James, I think, all got together. But Amy Nathan is the leader now in the 55. Then it's the 52 of Alex Tanker, Joseph Bryant, then John Worry, and now Sean Galligan is up inside the top 5. That's a guy who came into this race 9th in the standings. So Amy Nathan, who came in 10th, Sean Galligan, who came in 9th, right now running very well inside the top 10. As Amy Nathan will lead us under the caution flag. Let's see what happened to Adam Rose. Here's a look at it. 3-wide battle for the 10th position. Dylan Young just gets a little, he slid up into Sean Galligan. Galligan clips him, and up into the wall goes the 44 and the 66. Sean Galligan sustained a little bit of damage from that as well, and then that spin further up there with Keselowski and Alex Filter. Somehow, some way, they got it straightened out. But here coming into this picture, you got Adam Rose and you got Bill Raymond. They get involved here, and that put us under the caution flag one more time. I think we'll get to go back to green flag racing, but it's going to be a pretty short final few laps. Let's get ready to go back under the green flag. Getting ready to go back under the green flag. Amy Nathan leads the way over Alex Tanker, Joseph Bryant, John Worry, Sean Galligan. Then it's Dunlaprad, Zach Carlson, Tony Speed, Pichu London, and Alex Filter. That is the top 10. Did anybody retire after that whole incident? Yes, Dylan Young retired from the race, and he'll finish the day in 17th position. We gave you through the top 10. Back to Alex Filter. 11th place now is Wolfgang Mason, Aaron Williams 12th. 13th is Carter Keselowski, 14th Christian James, Adam Rose is 15th, and 16th is Bill Raymond in the 83. So it will be a 5-lap shootout to decide this race. Well, actually, no, it'll be a 4-lap shootout, because they'll get the green flag on lap 27 of 30. Amy Nathan looking for her first win of this season. Then again, so is everybody else, trying to see if there's any former winners in this field, and no, there aren't any. There's a ride there in the 82, but that's Zach Carlson. Joe Davis drove that ride to the Daytona win at the beginning of the season. Carlson has yet to go to victory lane, so right now it would be a first-time winner. So guess what? The streak will continue, it looks like, as Amy Nathan leads the way down this Long Pond straightaway. Let me see here. Yeah, there is nobody else in this field that has previously won a race. So, and speaking of race, we got a race on for the lead. Here comes the Alex Tanker machine to the inside. Got help from Joseph Bryant and John Worry, although really drafting does not work out here at this particular racetrack. Whoa, they're going to go 3 wide. Whoa, Amy Nathan gets a piece of the wall, and that's going to kill her momentum. 3 laps to go here at Pocono. Now, the best friend right now for Tanker might be a caution flag. However, he's got a rear deck lid full of Joseph Bryant, although Bryant did not make that turn very well. He's fallen now about 3 car lengths behind. John Worry behind him, and Zach Carlson in his debut running very well in 4th right now. We're still green flag racing, though. Moving into 4th now is Dunlaprad. Laprad actually had to make a second pit stop in the 49, so he fell to the back of the pack, but here he is back up here inside the top 5. We may hear from him when all is said and done, because tell you what, these top 3, they're not out of the woods yet. It is still Tanker, then Bryant, and then John Worry as they come off, and they are going to receive the signal of 2 laps to go. Zach Carlson gets a piece of the wall back there, running in about 7th place. He'll lose a few spots, loses 1 to Galligan, and now loses 1 to Wolfgang Mason. Pretty good debut for a lot of these drivers. Alex Tanker out in front as of right now, but that may not be for long. You also have the car of Zach Carlson running very well in his debut, and last but not least, you got the race car of Oh, who was it I was trying to think of? It escaped me now. Oh, Wolfgang Mason in the 47. And the caution is out. Caution's out. So this is a race back to the stripe. Side by side for second. Dunlap down low. John Worry up high. But it's all going on behind Alex Tanker. We ended up having, in his debut, Xavier Livingston picking up his first win. And out of the final turn for the final time, it's going to happen again here. Alex Tanker's going to come out from absolutely nowhere and win the Ruby Tuesday 300 version 2. I don't believe it. Alex Tanker just received the white flag there. They'll have to come around and get the checkers, but Alex Tanker only showed himself up inside the top 5 with just about halfway through this race. Didn't see him up at the front at the beginning of the race at all, and all of a sudden he slides by for the lead, taking it away from Amy Nathan. Never let it go, and Alex Tanker puts the 52 car in victory lane. Alex Tankard pulls off the exact same thing Xavier Livingston did yesterday in the Division 1 race, and Xavier Livingston and Alex Tanker here at Pocono in the Mobil 1 Cup Series pick up their first career wins in their first career starts, and the streak now moves to 4. Dunlap-Rad's going to come away with a very respectable second place finish. Aaron Williams, his second start in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, and I believe this is his second top 10 finish in the 73. John Worry looks like he'll come away with 4th place. That's certainly a good finish for him after having a hard race at Talladega last week. And Joseph Bryant is going to finish the day in the 5th position. Absolutely unbelievable race. And I don't think anybody was expecting it was going to end up like this. I certainly didn't. And wait a minute. We got Dunlap and Aaron Williams. They're coming down pit road. I think they're still going to cross the stripe ahead of John Worry, though. Let's see. Tanker crosses the stripe. John Worry crosses the stripe. Bryant, Nathan. Oh, Aaron Williams, I think, is going to finish in 5th. No, he finishes 6th place. These drivers had to come down pit road because they were out of fuel, so not exactly sure how this whole finishing order is going to be. Looks like the winner is Alex Tanker. We know that. John Worry's going to get 2nd now. 3rd will be Joseph Bryant. 4th, Amy Nathan. And Sean Galligan's going to get a top 5 finish from this. Those drivers having to make pit stops there. He'll get a top 5 finish. So, a good day for some, a bad day for others. We're not even going to bother and look at what the caution came out for. But nonetheless, the winner is, regardless of whatever happened, is Alex Tanker. So, next week we head into Atlanta, the final race before we have the All-Star Race weekend. And we have a tie for the points lead. If you're just joining us, we ended up having Michael Harvey in the Division 1 race having a pretty good finish. Arnold Columbia wrecked out of this race in 29th. And nobody else was able to catch up to them as far as taking the points lead. So those two, mathematically, are tied for the points lead heading into next week's race at Atlanta. That'll be awfully interesting. Alex Tanker pulls off the major upset today, picks up the victory in his first career start, his Mobil 1 Cup Series debut. Thanks for watching. Here comes the finishing order, and here comes the standings after the results of Division 1 and Division 2 here in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. You've been watching the NNSCRA Sports channel, offline racing at its best, and check us out at Twitter on NNSCRA Sports. Also type in Seth Cole if you cannot find it.